Hi, Doc. This is Dr. Ray Goddard once again from Align Results Marketing. And in this video, what we're going to be discussing are the opportunities that you have for text messages. We have a video that I created a little while ago explaining how you can recover missed appointments. And recovering those appointments, we talked about how you can confirm the next day's appointments in advance to minimize your lost income from lost appointments. But today what we're going to discuss are the other opportunities for text messaging. And back in the day when I was in practice, for over 30 years, I've retired about 5 or 6 years ago now, we didn't have text messages. We didn't have a lot of the mobile marketing that's available to us today. So we had to do it either by telephone, postcard, print media. We sent out letters, and it was costly. It cost postage, it cost time, it cost hard cost, but it also cost my staff time, which really added up after a while. So what happened, we quit doing it a lot. Either the staff didn't want to do it, they didn't want to stuff envelopes, they didn't want to use the stamps, you know the deal. So with text messaging, you can do anything you used to do in communicating with your patients. I mean, for instance, we've already talked about the appointment confirmation. If you haven't seen that video, that's on our channel here, and we got some training videos that talk about how to actually confirm your patient's appointment. And you can do this for your monthly maintenance, you can do them on your annual, you can do it in your semi-annual, you can do it for any kind of appointment in advance. So you get appointment confirmation. In one of the videos we talked about how to basically fill up those lost appointments. Those are the last minute cancellations you get in the morning for the afternoon, and how you can send out a broadcast fax to fill up those slots. But again, you can remind patients, for anything. You can remind them for their when their x-rays are due. You can remind them when they need supplements. You can remind them for their or their maintenance visit is due. You can remind patients when they haven't been in for a while. And you can send out birthday notices. We used to send out birthday cards on every patient, which is still a great touch. But again, it takes manpower, it takes time, it takes staff time to do that. Then you have your tickler system. And unless you've got a technology that can do this for you, it becomes kind of cumbersome. And anything that's not a system and cumbersome, as you probably know, doesn't get done. But you can send out if you have promotions going on. And this could be anything from a patient appreciation day. It could be a food drive. Then the one thing that I found was that we had these promotions going on, usually a quarter. We'd do a patient appreciation day or a food drive or a Christmas party, or something that would happen. But again, the logistics of putting all this together became pretty difficult. The staff resisted somewhat. It required some income. The whole thing, it just came to be such a cumbersome process. Sometimes it just didn't get done. But with text messaging, you just push a few buttons and it all happens. All your patients get the message you want, or even a segment of your patient list get a specific message. The other thing that I found that I wish I'd had this when I was in practice again, and that is when a patient misses an appointment, or they're not there, not that they missed an appointment, but they're late. And let's say a patient is scheduled for 3 o'clock, 3:05, 3:10, 3:15. They haven't arrived yet. What do? Well, if your staff has the time, they should call them. And if they can call them within 15 minutes, this has been my experience, you have a 50% chance of getting that patient to come in. If it goes more than 15 minutes, forget about it. It's not going to happen. So again, it depends on where you're practicing and how bad traffic is and all these other factors. But the bottom line is if you can communicate to that patient quickly enough, and what I'm talking about here is pushing a button that'll send out a text message to say, hey, did you know you missed your 3 o'clock? And if you can get in the next 15 or 20 minutes, we can still see you. 50% of the time, that patient will come in. Something else that I used to do, and I had great success at, but it took more of my time, and that was seeing a patient after they first came in for an adjustment. It just became policy in our office to follow up to make sure the patient wasn't having any difficulties or anything else. And oftentimes it was hard for me to get to the phone, or the patient wasn't there and unavailable. I wish I had the ability to just send them a text message and saying, "Hey, this is Dr. Ray. I know you had your adjustment today. I was just thinking about you. Call me or text me back if you have any questions or problems." Just that touch. And again, this is just a small list of the opportunities that you have at your disposal, with successful and efficient text messaging. And text message numbers, they're not that expensive for what you get. They're usually less than a nickel, per message. But I'm not talking about that. We're not talking about the economy of text messaging. I'm talking about the economy of your staff involvement, how efficient this whole system is, and how you can reach your patients. And again, we're not talking about external marketing either. We're just talking about your patients that you have, the internal situation, the internal mechanism you already have that can be just blown up incredibly much just by using a successful campaign of text messaging. So anyway, I just want to give you an idea about this. And if you have any questions, please give me a call or email me or find me on Facebook. My telephone number is 303-660-0543. My email address is drray, that's D-R-R-A-Y, no period, at alignresultsmarketing.com. Or check out our website. It's just alignresultsmarketing.com. And of course, we're always on Facebook, pretty active on it, facebook.com/alignresultsmarketing. So again, this is Dr. Ray. And if I can be of any help, please let me know. But if you haven't been considering or familiar with text messaging, let me know. I'd love to talk to you about it. Anyway, see you again.